Hey everybody, it's Lori Skinner. Just checking to make sure I'm really here. Excuse me while I double check. Okay, I'm in the right place. Let's see. Yep, I'm there. How are you guys? Let's see. Hopefully you guys have power. I know my friends in Texas are having some more snow today. Some of them have power, some of them still don't. So if you don't have power, stay warm, please. I know water's been an issue as well. They have to boil their water in Texas, well, in San Antonio because of the water system. San Antonio and Austin do. So stay warm, my friends. I'm thinking about you guys. It's not a sunny day in California, so I can't say that. So like I said, stay warm. Thinking about all you guys. Today, we are going to do, we're here for mystery stamping. I had to think for a second. Sorry. What is mystery stamping? Mystery stamping is I give you guys clues the day before and clues of cardstock sizes and other products you need to create your projects. And then we gather the next day and I go step by step, and as I'm telling you each step, that's when you're creating a card. And then at the end I reveal my card, and then you post your pictures, and then we see what you do. And then what I'll do is after everybody posts their pictures, I'm going to randomly pick somebody, select somebody, and you will get the card that I make for this challenge, and I will mail it to you as a thank you for playing along. Okay, so let me wait just a, let me see. Where is, so, oh, let me, oops, sorry. Let me wait just a, let me see. Let me turn down my volume. I didn't mean to do that. Where is, so, oh, let me, oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Where's my volume? And you can hear the replay. There we go. Oh my gosh. That was... Okay. Got that fixed. You won't hear the reverb. Let me move this over here so I can see if anybody put the comments. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around. I put a post-it note on the back so you guys won't get seasick while I'm flipping it. Okay? Hey, we got it. Let's see. Just want to make sure you can see the whole thing. It looks like. Yep. Okay, you can see the whole thing. So this was step one, or clue one. This is all the cardstock sizes that you needed. And here is, this is your folded 8.5 by 5.5 card base that's scored at 4.5. Then next we needed a piece of coordinating cardstock that matches your card base, 4 by 5 1/4. Then we needed 2 pieces of coordinating DSP that are 1 3/4 by 4 inches. And you needed a piece of Whisper White or Very Vanilla, just a lighter cardstock to stamp an image on, which is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And lastly, we need a piece of 2 1/2 by 1/2 inch strip of cardstock that coordinates. This is where you're going to stamp your sentiment. Okay, let's see. So that was clue one. And the additional items you were going to need was an image that will fit on this 2 1/4 by 3/4 inch cardstock. Lost my thing. A sentiment that will fit on this 2 1/2 by 1/2 inch cardstock. And then you need a stamp image that will create a background image, whether it's a small image or if you use a big background stamp, it's up to you. Let's see, coordinating ribbon, dimensionals, adhesives, ink, scissors. Okay, so clue number 2. You're going to create your background on the 4 by 5, oops, that's supposed to be 5 1/4 inch cardstock layer by randomly stamping. If you have a small image, randomly stamp it and create a background. Or if you're using your background image, just stamp your background. And I'll give you a minute to do that. And while we're doing this mystery stamping, if at any time I go too fast for you, don't worry about it. You can either try to catch up or just stop and you can watch the replay. And if you watch the replay, you can click pause and then do your steps and then go on to the next one, and then you can still post your project. You don't have to worry about missing out, okay? This shouldn't take too long. Keep in mind, if you're using a big background stamp, sometimes when you're using a really big image, I use my Stamparatus just because when you go to stamp your images, when they're that big, sometimes the center, it's really hard to get enough pressure to get a full inked up image. So I use my Stamparatus, I ink up the Stamparatus, and then I stamp my image. And that way, if it's not enough ink, I can always restamp it, and then stamp it again just so you get a full ink coverage. So, just a quick tip. Okay, now I keep calling it step. Clue number 3. You're going to adhere one of the 1 3/4 by 4 inch DSP pieces to the bottom right edge of the 4 1/4 cardstock layer, about 1/2 inch from the bottom corner, using your preferred adhesive. I use multi-purpose glue just because from living in San Antonio, you guys have probably heard me say this several times. I was having an issue with the old Stampin' Up! Snail, keeping its tackiness because of the humidity. So I switched to the liquid glue, and I've never had any trouble since. So I keep using it. I just like it. And it also gives you a little bit of extra time. If you put a piece down and it's not quite straight, you have a little bit of wiggle room to move it around. Okay. Next clue. Now you're going to adhere the second piece of DSP that's 1 3/4 by 4 inches to the top left edge of the 4 inch by 1 1/4 inch cardstock layer, about 1/2 inch from the top corner, using your preferred adhesive. This DSP will overlap the first piece you glued down. You just want to make sure the two corners are even. Okay, you guys should about have that one. Like I said, if I'm going too fast, you can keep following along, and then you can hit the replay and just pause wherever you need it, and then post your card afterwards. Okay, clue number 5. You're going to stamp your image onto the 4 1/4 by 2 3/4 Whisper White or Very Vanilla, whichever one you are using. And remember, you use any stamp set you want, any colors you want, any ink colors you want. If you stamp 5 different images on this little piece, that's fine. This is what's so fun about this is seeing everybody's creative take on a project. I'm so happy my dog was barking right before I started this, so I knew he was going to bark through it, and he's being very quiet, which is nice. So if you hear him barking, I apologize. Okay. Next clue. Clue number 6. You're going to stamp your sentiment onto the 2 1/2 by 1/2 inch coordinated cardstock using coordinating ink. Once you stamp it, you're going to adhere this to the lower right of the 2 1/4 by 2 3/4 whisper white, very vanilla stamped cardstock, and overhang your sentiment by about 3/4 inch over the right hand side. And remember, when you stamp your sentiment, if it's crooked, you have 2 sides to every piece of cardstock, because it never fails. You wait, you get your card done, you stamp that sentiment, and it's crooked. That's why I like to add my sentiments to a separate piece of paper. Oh, you know what I'm missing? Is when you are attaching your sentiment, since it hangs over the right edge, you need to put a dimensional on that right corner. Otherwise, it'll be kind of crooked. Sorry. You guys were probably getting to that spot and you're going, hey, wait. Okay, now you're going to add this 4 inches by 5 1/4 cardstock layer to the front center of your 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 card base that you scored at 4 1/4 using dimensionals. And you will find out with my projects, I love dimensionals. I use them on everything. My customers say, when in doubt, pop it up. Okay. Clue number 8. Tie a bow with your coordinating ribbon and adhere it to the sentiment layer's right side using a mini glue dot. Now, one trick I show people, where's my glue dots? A lot of times, if you're using baker's twine or linen thread, you know, the bow center is much smaller than if you're using ribbon. So, and if you just put a glue dot on it, then the adhesive, it sticks out further than the bow. So I use my take your pick tool, and I will roll up my dimensional, and I will use my fingernail and put it wherever I need it on the cardstock. See how it just stretches out? And it makes it long and skinny. And that way your adhesive isn't sticking out all over the place making a mess. At this time, if you want to add any other embellishments, you know, little hearts or pearls or whatever, you know, feel free to. But this is all I did to mine to keep it simple. Okay, now that's the last step. Are you guys ready to see what I did? Isn't he cute? I made this card using Darling Donkeys. I love that stamp set. It's so cute. I stamped them, of course, 3 times. What I did was I stamped this one first, and then I stamped it onto a Post-it note to make a mask, and then I stamped the other 2, and then colored it with Stampin' Blends, the Smoky Slate Stampin' Blends. And then on the inside, I just put a little donkey, and then I put another cute little donkey on the envelope. Remember, you always, always put something on your envelopes. Friends don't let friends send naked envelopes. I always see that. Isn't that cute? I love this little guy. Just makes a cute masculine birthday card. Now, these are the products that I used to make this card. And remember that you can get this Darling Donkeys. It's part of a celebration stamp set, and you only have until February 28th to place an order. For this one, it's a $50 item. So for every $50, you get to pick one item for free. Like I said, these are the products that I used. This well-suited DSP. I love the patterns. You can make it masculine or feminine, either way. Now, post your projects in the comments below, and I will pick a winner, and you will receive the card in the mail from me. You can join me, let's see, it's every third Thursday for mystery stamping. The next one will be March 18th at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's Pacific time. So if you're Texas area, that's 1 o'clock. If you're East Coast, that's 2 o'clock. Just trying to keep it earlier in the day. Let's see, there was something else I needed to let you guys know. Not sure. I think I lost it. It was just a reminder about celebration. Okay, so thank you for playing along today. And don't forget, take a picture, post your cards, because I want to see what everybody does. A lot of times it's kind of neat, because how I did my card vertically, you'll get cards that somebody does it horizontally. You know, it's kind of neat to see the different variations that everybody comes with. Okay, so I appreciate you playing along today, and I will see you next month. Thanks.